All right, so we have a little bit of an emergency broadcast here because of an urgent situation happening here in the state of Minnesota. We brought you a story yesterday of a man called Scott Quiner who is being murdered by Mercy Hospital. There's no other way to really say it. His wife, Annie, appeared on the Stu Peters show yesterday. She hired an attorney to file for a restraining order to keep the hospital from killing her husband, who gave her a deadline of noon today. At midnight last night, Mercy Hospital hired a powerful law firm called Frederickson and Byron here in Minneapolis to actually argue this restraining order. Thomas Renz has now made himself available to Annie, and he joins us now. He's in the vehicle, so we apologize for any audio or anything that might be going on. Thomas, tell us exactly what it is that's happening with this case, how you're involved, and what this law firm is arguing on behalf of Merciless Hospital.
Well, Stu, thanks for having me, and I do apologize. I'm literally, this is such an emergency that, I'm on my way to an airport and had to, pull off to the side a little bit here. And I'm sorry. I know there's occasionally video issues, but it's that big of an emergency. So these guys literally, I want the audience to understand this. We literally have audio recording, which you talked about last night. I think you played some of the hospital saying that they want to pull the plug on this guy. His vitals are apparently stable. Everything's okay. He's unconscious, probably because they've got him drugged unconscious, which, they keep him drugged when they're on the ventilators so that they can, remain unconscious. We don't have all the facts yet, but what we know is this guy is not dying. But yet they want to kill him. We have a hospital that hired a law firm to argue that they have the right to murder somebody. I can't fathom this, Stu. And I don't know what's more shocking, that the law firm would take the case or that the hospital would hire someone to do this.
So many people are trying to get an attorney to represent them to save lives, and no attorneys will take those cases. I mean, thank God for you. You're fighting. You're willing to take this. You've teamed up with this Marjorie, who is an attorney here in Minnesota. You've been very successful throughout the country in doing this stuff. And so you've teamed up, you've pro-hocked in, and you're going to help this family with this. Now, we have doctors who are ready. As soon as the judge does the right thing, which is what we're praying that's going to happen, and grants the right to try, we have doctors right now who are working. Peter McCullough is working with us. Dr. Eric Henson is working with us. They have the cocktail that could save Scott Quiner's life. And to your point, Scott Quiner is otherwise healthy. His kidneys are great. His liver is great. He's an otherwise very healthy middle-aged man who has this, quote, COVID pneumonia. And you're right, they keep him unconscious. Why do you think it is that these hospitals drug these patients into sedation like this?
Well, they do that intentionally, right? So, I mean, if you look, one of the things, and I can't say every hospital in every instance because I don't look at every hospital in every instance, but what I keep seeing over and over again all over the country is these hospitals won't give any drugs to treat the disease or to treat the symptoms. The only thing they give is remdesivir, which destroys your kidney. But what they do is they give you a cocktail of drugs that continually make you weaker and cause more damage to your body. I got another case where we're talking with someone in another state. I can't make this public, but I can say they were ODing this guy on Tylenol to the point that it was shutting down his kidneys. They were destroying this guy's health, and that guy ended up dying. They gave him 27 doses in that case of Tylenol in one day. 27 doses.
So we have an audience here at the Stu Peters Show that's an action audience. You've seen that. It's an amazing family of people who are ready to take action here. From the viewers, what would you say that they could do right now to help Scott Quiner and his wife Annie to try to save his life?
Guys, we're literally asking you to help us save a life, okay? And I'm going to tell you that I was so happy when Stu said that he was fighting this because, the courts, we'll see what happens. We're doing everything we can. But what we can do that's very effective is to combine, what we're doing in the courts with what you, the people, can do. You have the power. You need to be calling this hospital. You need to be doing all these things. Political pressure. Every single one of you needs to call your state reps in Minnesota and say, why are they murdering this person, and what are you doing to stop it? The Attorney General for Minnesota should be stepping up and doing a murder investigation if he ends up passing. And if not, they should be looking into attempted murder. They should be looking into battery, all sorts of charges. There needs to be criminal charges here. The Attorney General for Missouri needs to be on this. We need the governor to speak up. Unless this governor is in favor of hospitals murdering someone and having the right to murder someone against the desires of their significant others, this governor needs to get off his butt and do something.
Yeah, so that is so everybody knows, in the state of Minnesota, the governor is Tim Walz. The Attorney General is Keith Ellison. Keith Ellison is an Antifa guy. He announced that right out in the wide open a long time ago. And also, I will add here that I'm getting a lot of comments in Telegram that people that are calling Mercy Hospital, which we now refer to as Merciless Hospital, people that are calling the Heart and Vascular Center there at Mercy Hospital, 763-236-6000, are getting hung up on. They're picking up the phone and they're hanging up on them. What does that tell you? I mean, if a patient really needed Mercy Hospital heart and vascular professionals, they wouldn't be able to get that help because they're being hung up on. So that just shows you here where we are, is that this hospital is unwilling to confront this, but we're watching them. The entire world is watching them. And if we can be a part, if we can be a part of a success story, it's my opinion that this will sweep the entire nation and the world and just highlight these hospitals are absolutely 100% with premeditation killing patients for profit.
They are intentionally ignoring the fact that there are effective treatments. McCullough has treated critical patients over and over again. FLCCC, all these different groups, they're treating critical patients and they're not dying. You can treat them. These hospitals are refusing any form of treatment. Take ivermectin out of the picture, right? Okay, maybe they don't like that. There are tons of things that can be done. There are treatments, there are effective treatments, and in different stages of the disease, there are different things that should be done. This is well studied by professionals who are eminently qualified. These people are murdering people intentionally because they get on when someone dies. This is the time. We have an opportunity to save this man's life. I can't tell you how many people reach out to me about their dead loved ones. This time we have an opportunity to save someone, and it's only going to happen if we, the people, step up. And I pray that the people of Minnesota really step up on this.
And here's the other question too: why is it that the local Minnesota media is not all over this? We know that they have been contacted. Is the Minnesota media, KARE 11, KSTP Channel 5, KMSP Channel 9, WCCO Channel 4, are these media stations okay with this actually happening in their city without reporting this? Why are they not reporting the fact that Mercy Hospital in Coon Rapids, Minnesota has now hired Frederickson and Byron, one of the most powerful Minneapolis law firms, to actually argue why they feel that they can murder Scott Quiner? Why isn't the media addressing any of this either? So we are the media, we are the news, we are the people, and we inherently hold the power. I'm going to be putting contact information for all these media outlets in every social media platform that I have. That's Telegram, Gab, Getter, and on Rumble. We will also be putting information for Mercy Hospital there, Frederickson and Byron, if you want to contact that law firm and ask them, why are you taking this case? Why are you actually going to go get paid to go argue why this hospital has the right to murder this man? Just for clarification here, also, Attorney Renz, and I know that you're aware of this, Mercy Hospital has denied Annie Quiner the ability to remove Scott from their facility. They're holding him hostage. So they have essentially arrested him, imprisoned him, and are now going to execute him. And there's a thing called Against Medical Advice, AMA, where Mercy Hospital just basically waives their own liability and says, hey, it's against our medical advice that you take this guy out of here, but there's a form that they can sign. I have a personal friend called Richard Leonard, whose wife actually just removed her mother from a hospital and said, nope, we're just taking her out. nope, we're taking her out. We're not paying past today, and we're taking her. And they wheeled her right out of there in a wheelchair that they personally bought. But this guy is sedated, and he's hooked up to this ventilator. But they're denying him the right to leave. They're denying her the right to try. They're denying him basic nutrients. No vitamin C, no D, no nutrients, no nutrition to keep him strong, because they're intentionally trying to make him weaker so that they can kill him. I got about a minute left here. Your final words, Thomas Renz.
This is what they do, Stu. They starve them. Sometimes I've actually seen them deny liquid. These places they're murdering these people. We have an opportunity, but we, the people, have to stand up. I'm going to do everything I can. We're going to do everything we can with the courts. I believe that in this case, there's a good chance that the law will come down on our side for this. I pray that that's correct. We'll see what happens. But I will tell you one thing. Everybody needs to know they are attempting to murder this woman's husband against her wishes. And despite the fact that she's made it clear that she does not want this to happen, they have imprisoned him. He's not free to leave. This needs to be fought. If we don't take a stand against these death camp hospitals, God help us all.
And for people who are called to action, here it is. This is some actionable stuff. It doesn't require any money. It doesn't require you to get up and go fight somebody or anything like that. A phone call or several of them, emails, a lot of them. And if you're called to pray, then pray right now too. But in the meantime, also action some things in the natural. And also, if you're in Minnesota and you're called to pray, go to Mercy Hospital. Put your hand out on it. Go stand there, gather there at Mercy Hospital. Let these people know that we are physically watching them as they premeditatedly commit murder. Attorney Thomas Renz, thank you for getting on this with the attorney Marjorie here in Minnesota, for your fight in everything that you have done since the very beginning of this. Again, you're called to answer as well. You're a sole practicing attorney from Ohio who nobody had heard of before this whole thing, and now because of your fight, you're known everywhere. And we just really appreciate you digging into this and teaching yourself and learning the ins and outs of how this thing works and being a part of this. So thank you very much, Thomas Renz, for being here. We appreciate it. God bless you.
Thank you, Stu.
The medical mafia is ripping life-saving medication off the shelves, overwhelming the system.
It will not fill ivermectin for COVID. That's against the law. No, actually it's not.
While communist doctors are doing everything they can to withhold care from patients in need.
Vaccination, Jim, has been the solution to every major public health issue. But when you have a virus that's circulating in the community and you are not vaccinated, you are part of the problem.
But there's hope. Dr. Stella Emanuel is saving lives with early treatments that are proven to work.
I just want to let everybody know in America, you don't have to get sick. You don't have to wait till you get sick. Everybody needs to have ivermectin hydroxychloroquine in their medicine cabinet.
Dr. Stella is taking patients today. Go to drstellamd.com and use promo code STU to book an appointment and get life-saving meds sent straight to your doorstep. No hassle, no Fauci, only compassion. drstellamd.com. Promo code STU.